What's up, BEATNIKERS? Welcome back to my channel once again. If you're new here, consider subscribing because I feel that my goal is to bring you the most delicious thinking and enhance your intellect to escape velocity. Let's start today's day. First of all, this is Spray River, right in the center of the city. Let me show you. Look how beautiful this is. By the way, that's where IUBH is, in this building. So I'm super excited for today's video. One of the reasons is I've never done any video with Mexicans, and today everything is going to be about Mexico. I'm going to be trying some food. I have a friend from there and I was like, why not to bring them on the channel and get to know their journey like, and how did they come here. They are here on some kind of scholarship, which I'm yet to figure out what that scholarship is about, or what is the process for them. Does it differ when people come from India versus people from other countries? It's always good to have a global perspective about any topic, especially with Germany, when it is a global power and everybody has a say in this whole economy. These people are studying bachelors, so they have their own way of doing things in Mexico versus in India or elsewhere. They've come here with DAAD. They have filled out some forms and they had to go through certain processes, so which I'm not sure of. I'm going to their house now. The map of Berlin. Right now I'm at Friedrichstraße and I'm going all the way right here. I mean, not just that, but I also want to know more about Mexican culture, or probably there are a lot of things which we have no idea about, right? And I'm there to learn more. There are a few more people. I've asked Daniel to call his friends also, so that we can have a great discussion and talk about not just studies, but also talk about culture, talk about food, talk about facts, talk about things what people hold prejudice about certain countries. This is what you're gonna hear straight from someone who's Mexican himself. So we have reached now, heading out of the S-Bahn. Alright guys, so that's what you see, Mexican flag. Daniel is right there in the kitchen. Jorge is right there. We are waiting for some people to join. Daniel, what are we making?
The flavor it's called picadillo. So it has tomato, carrots, potatoes, onion, and garlic. And so we cook it. This thing goes into a tortilla and you make a taco out of it.
Taco, yeah? You can see Jorge, there he is, and Daniel. So we have two more people joining us in a while. So you're gonna dry this completely?
No, it's all a little bit humid. You can eat it like that, and it gives a better taste.
Okay.
But it's not spicy, it's just tomato sauce.
Okay. She's Maritza, Yvonne. Okay.
Yvonne.
So they're here while guys are in the kitchen. We're about to start with the whole process part. Alright guys, so let's start with a quick introduction for both of you.
My name is Yvonne Cárdenas. I come from Mexico, from Mérida. It is next to Cancun.
Yeah.
And I am here with the DAAD, and I have the scholarship.
Yeah, alright. And how long are you here in Berlin now total?
2 months.
2 months, yeah.
2
And
months.
then all of you guys are gonna go to Magdeburg.
Yes, for 5 months.
5 months, yeah.
5 months.
Alright. We're also gonna be talking about the structure part and in depth about how this course has been divided, and what were they studying back at home, and what are they gonna study here in Germany, and all that.
I'm Jorge. I also come from Mexico, but I'm come from Monterrey. I'm studying here in Berlin right now, and I'm going to Magdeburg as well.
They're doing engineering in Mexico. And what engineering are you doing in Mexico?
In Mexico, I'm doing the industrial engineering. It's called the bachelor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And we all come here for this program that is called Young Engineers.
Okay.
From the DAAD.
Yeah.
And the plan is to stay here 1 year, do our German courses, then 5, a semester in the university, and then a semester for practical.
Right. So wait, let's do a recap. So out of 5 years of engineering, you completed 3 years.
Yeah.
And you're here in Germany in your 4th year.
Yeah.
So you're gonna complete 1 year here, go back to Mexico, and then complete the last year.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on. What engineering are you doing?
Biotechnology.
Biotechnology. Okay. And
Yes.
you also have to go through the same process what
Yes.
these guys are doing. Yeah?
Yes, it's the same program.
Okay, same program, yeah?
Yes.
Alright guys, so the first thing, this was all about setting up a context. First thing what I want you guys to do is check your university whether it is affiliated or recognized by anabin.de. Once it is, then we move on to the collection of documents. There are certain documents which are required, which they both are going to be diving in deep, talking a bit more in detail how they acquired those documents and what kind of exams you have to go through in between. Why don't we start
Yeah, so mainly it's like 7 points that we have to cover to be available to make this exchange. The first one is to have at least 50% of our credits for field. So we have to complete at least half of our bachelor.
Right, so out of 5 years you already completed 3 years.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we have to complete 3 years, that will be 60%, so it's more than 50. We also have to take some tests. The TOEFL, we take the TOEFL ITP, so it's the reading test is 550, it's the minimum score.
Okay.
Of course, the more you can take, the better, right?
Yeah.
And also the Goethe certificate for German language, it has to be a minimum of A2 for DAAD. In our university was B1, but still if you take the higher grade, it's the more chance you get to be chosen for this exchange. You have to take medical and psychometric exams before our departure from our country to check if everything is okay with ourselves.
You also need to write a letter of motivation.
Yeah, no stories, right?
Yes, not stories. You only need to say I want to learn about the culture, and they want to hear that you want to learn things to bring back to your country. That's very important. Very, very important. And you also need to prove that you have the minimum global average, 85%. Yes, 85%. And you also need, for example, we come from a Spanish-speaking country, so all of our documents were in Spanish. We needed to translate them to English, and it also needed to be done by a certificated person, not by everyone. Yes.
Oh, understood. Okay.
Not by anyone. And lastly, we also needed to check all the universities. The DAAD will give you a list of universities, and you have to check all of them, and then check each subject and compare them with the subject from your university. They should be equivalent, so you are able to take them and to revalidate the subjects.
How can you do that?
Time. You only need to check the options of universities, and then they will give you to the links to their main page. And you only have to enter and to check if they have your career. And then you check, it usually has something called module handbook, which is the list of subjects in German or in English. And then you can check the contents of each subject, and then you can compare them with the ones from
so
country.
DAAD will provide you with all those things.
Yes.
Alright, so this section of the video is going to be talking about what is the process like. We've got to know what documents we need. This is where it gets serious, and these two people who are sitting behind me are going to be talking about the process part. How do you get the documents from? What are the key important points which I should keep in mind while I'm preparing with all these documents? Alright, so let's go.
My name is Ana Maritza Reyes. I come from Mexico, Monterrey specifically, which is in the north part. In Mexico, I study biotechnology, and since I'm moving to Magdeburg, to do the exchange, I'm going to study there, which is biosystems. It's something similar.
So my name is Daniel. I come from Mexico too. In my state, I studied mechatronics engineering, And in Magdeburg, I will be studying like the same, but maybe not in the same subjects, but in different areas from that they offer in Magdeburg. After you have all the information from your documents, you have to inform yourself of the dates of the programs in your university, normally at the international office. For DAAD and these programs, the majority begin in August, so you have to begin 1 year earlier. All the requirements and dates begin this date in August. You start sending your documents normally to the international office first,
Right.
of your university, and then you will start becoming information from them,
Right.
so that they already know that you're interested in an exchange, international exchange.
Right.
And in December it starts the official dates for DAAD. You begin the process, and you have normally until the 31st of January to send all your documentations directly through the portal of DAAD.
After you have been like accepted by your international offices in your university, you receive a link in which you can apply directly to the DAAD program through the portal. With this link, they give you like specifically the program which is Young Engineers. Make sure it just says that, and you click continue. You create your account. You have to fill up a form with basic information like your name and stuff. And in this form, you start selecting the universities that you want. This list of universities, you receive it when you are accepted to the DAAD program within your university. Since DAAD has different programs, it really depends if you're doing your master's or your doctorate, but for bachelor, you have to make sure you select the right ones. After you fill up this form and you submit it to the portal, you have to then get more documents with the subjects that are supposed to be signed by your director from your bachelor for each of the subjects that you want for each university. Once you get all the documents, you submit it like for each university, each of the documents, and I think you just wait.
Let's talk a little bit more serious and important topic now about the money, because these guys are here on scholarship. Now, how much is being paid to them? We're going to talk about details now.
So it's important to recall that in the process of making your visa, you have two options: either to have a block account with a certain amount of money that the embassy will tell you how much, it depends, or you have something called a counsel letter, Verpflichtungserklärung. That it's a letter signed by your parents. Yeah, it says that your parents are responsible for you economically. Signing this letter, you have to show 3 months of your parents' bank statements with a certain amount of money. Then with either one of these two options, then you can start taking your visa.
Which one did you go with?
I made the Verpflichtungserklärung.
Here are the expenses that the DAAD provides to help you move to this transition. First is the paid German course in Mexico, that it will be 250 euros. And then once you get here to Germany, you will get another course here in a German institute, and this will the amount for 2 months for 3,000 euros.
So the German course, what you just spoke about, so you already learned German back in Mexico.
Yeah.
For 1 month. Again, you come to Germany and then you again learn German.
Yeah.
Until what level?
It depends. You make an location test here in Germany.
Yeah.
They put you in one level, and then you move on to another level, to the next level in these 2 months that you're studying here.
Right. And then the course, the tuition fees for language is already taken care by DAAD.
That's right. And also between these 3,000 euros, it's also included the living costs for the first 2 months. Here.
First 2 months, okay.
Once this is covered, then you're going to the university and you will start receiving 250 euros per month.
Okay.
For these 5 months of studies in the university. Once you're done with these studies, these 250 are living costs, so it will help you with the rent and with the...
Well, that's not sufficient for you to survive here, for sure, yeah.
That's why we need the Verpflichtungserklärung.
Exactly. Instead of blocked account, so you need to have a support from your family then.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So the way this whole 1 year is divided is out of 12 months, 2 months are given for language. That's where these people are from. And then they are about to complete their 2 months, which is the next 4 or 5 days. And then rest 10 months, they're going to be spending in university. Again, it depends totally on which university they have selected. They all have selected Magdeburg, so they're going to Magdeburg. In those 10 months, 5 months are going to be classroom sessions where they just sit down and learn in the university. And then 5 months which are left, they will go for internship. That's what he's talking about now.
Yeah, once you start the internship and you become a paid internship, it depends on how much you earn. So the DAAD provides you the 250 euros, right?
Yeah, they were providing 250. Okay.
Okay, and now if you start earning 500 or more, these 250 are gonna reduce.
Okay, so as you begin your internship, you will get paid. The internship are paid here in Germany, and the scholarship will be conditioned to the amount of money you earn. So, for example, if you earn 500 euros, you will still receive 250 from DAAD.
Correct.
But if you start earning more than 750 euros for the internship, you will receive nothing from DAAD. Because that's the minimum amount they consider for you to live here.
Now I understood very well. Okay. So DAAD is already giving them 250 euros, right? And if I get a 1,000 euro internship, then they will for sure cut that 250 euros,
You will
right?
receive nothing.
You will receive nothing there. But if you have an internship of, let's say, 500
Or 600,
600, yeah.
you will receive 150.
Uh-huh.
So that it's some
As long as it's under, it reaches 720 or 750 euros.
750, yeah.
Yeah.
So a part of these points that were already mentioned, we will be receiving 2 times payment of 230 euros.
Okay.
That's for expenses, for materials, for our school, everything we need.
Stationary.
Yeah, stationary.
Okay.
And that will be 460.
Okay.
Also, we're gonna be insurance the whole year.
Okay. And this is paid to the company or you pay every month?
No, this is for the company the whole year. It's a private insurance and it will be for the amount of 828 euros for the whole year.
Okay. And DAAD has already paid this
That's right.
when you came here.
Yeah.
All in all, if we take the whole total calculation, I think it goes up to around 8,000 euros, which DAAD is spending.
Yeah, about that.
All right, let's proceed for dinner now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the food now.
Yeah, so these are called tacos. The filling of the taco is called picadillo. Picadillo, it's normally Mexican dish.
Yeah.
And the tacos is the most representative dish in Mexico, I think. And that's what a normal taco looks like, not the big tortillas. Yeah, those big tortillas, they are not Mexican. These small corn tortillas, that are the real Mexican tortillas.
Cool. Alright guys, that's it from today's vlog, but before I leave you guys, I have a few facts for you guys about Mexico you probably know or may not know. Yeah, tell me first one.
Okay, so the first fact is that color TV was invented by a Mexican.
The second fact is that Texas used to be a part of Mexico before.
Texas used to be part of Mexico. I was really shocked when I got to know just now. Okay, go ahead.
Third fact is that nachos and chili con carne are not Mexican.
Alright. Fourth fact.
And the fourth fact is that tequila is a city in Mexico.
Also, Mexico is the highest consumer of Coke in the world.
Coca-Cola, please.
Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola.
Otherwise we understand different in Mexico. Alright guys, anyway, so if you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button, and if you guys have any question, if you're watching me from Mexico, write something about Mexico as a fact, and yeah, let the world know about it. And thanks a lot for joining me on this video.
Adios!